Okay, hello and welcome everybody. And this is just me going through Neo, the indicator, and the update to the breakout indicator. Again, obviously, there's going to be more videos on this. I think it's a fantastic indicator addition to Neo. So the biggest indicator addition we had at first was the Neo M&W system, which has now been code named Neo NUE for Neo Ultimate Entries. That's what I've called this one here. And that shows you the M's and W's, the FVGs on the chart, the moving average. And why it helps you is that basically when you get an M1 label appear, it tells you could be looking for sells. And when you get an M2, it's the same. When you get a W1, you could look for buys. And when you get a W2, you could look for buys as well. There's also strength in the low and high labels, but using higher time frames. So if you're using like the daily, the weekly, the monthly, those labels will be very strong. You can see some type of strength of those high and low labels on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour chart as well, on the 4 hour chart. But I prefer to use the M's and W's on the 4 hours for entry. And again, like I said, on higher time frames, the lows and highs also work as well as the M's and W's. So that indicator was a perfect addition. You also have a table here which shows you what label appeared. It also shows you how long ago pretty much one of these labels have lasted for. And it also shows you the EMA trend, how long the trend has been bullish or bearish above whatever EMA you set it to. So you can set it to whatever EMA you like as well. And then we also have the last FVG and how long ago that was. And then you have a breakout order here. Now, the fact that we had the breakout order in this, it's now been made also into its own separate indicator, which lets you also use any pairs that you'd like to add to this. There's usually around about 28 pairs in general from majors to minors. So using two of these indicators, one for 14 pairs and then another for the other 14 pairs, that is what enables me to be able to scan the market and figure out if there's breakouts in the market on any time frame I'm looking at in order for me to see if there's a trading opportunity. Now, the reason why this is so important is because fundamental events work really well with this information. Like some of the trades we're going to go over, there was actually this New Zealand news last night during Asian session for me because I'm in the UK. And the fact that we had a setup appearing with the breakout orders, and then you had this news release, this is what also helped price move into a certain direction. We can also see this even with gold right here. So I like to tell people a lot of the time when it comes to news, news is a fundamental, it's session based. Um, More than it's specifically pair based. A lot of people think that it's just only paired based. So, for instance, this is New Zealand news here. And in their brain, they're going to be thinking, hold on, only New Zealand pairs will move with this. But as you can see here, this news was at 235. And if we go back over to gold, you can see during those times there, gold was actually buying and there was a spike in a 4 hour candle with that New Zealand news. So I want people to pay attention to that. I like to say news is a lot of the time it's session based, not pair based. And I think people have a misunderstanding of that sometimes. All right, cool. So moving forward from that, I just wanted to show people the opportunities that you can get using this indicator as well. And we can see a beautiful setup here on gold. If we're looking at from my last video, which will be linked up into the top right of this screen for people on YouTube, you can see that price action is above the daily 50 EMA, meaning obviously we're looking for buy trade setups. We also had even two daily FVGs here. This was obviously the last FVG. Price action never closed through this FVG with a candle. It actually wicked off of it, even giving us a W1 entry for possible buy setups. So if you look at that even, and we pay attention to the 4 hour chart as well, we had a breakout order here even on the 1 hour chart. So if we actually added gold to this setup, I just want to show you here just so it's not confusing for everyone. I'll just get rid of USD JPY and just add XAU USD. Where are we? XAU USD, just to make it quick and clear for everyone. And now we've got XAU USD in the bottom of this chart. You can see it's at the bottom there. And if I was just to go on a replay mode, you see what should happen here. It might not happen because the next candle didn't create an FVG, but it would obviously occur during the real live markets because when you use replay mode, the candles move very quickly. Whereas if you're actually trading live, obviously, unless there's a news event, the candle is going to kind of stay in one place for a little bit of time before it pulls back and either or it does continue before it creates a fair value gap or not. So if we just go here, let's see if it pops up anyway. Okay, so this one didn't pop up here, unfortunately, because as you can see, the next candle in replay mode instantly just moved. But I can tell you now for sure this was a breakout candle. And if I was to show you here, you can see that this candle was an engulfing candle. So if we did the same thing here, the dashboard should light up. It might even already be there. Yeah, you can see. You can see the dashboard's already there. So when that candle did actually appear here on gold, we'll just come out of replay mode. When this candle appeared here, you would have had a yes if you had gold added to your dashboard chart. I would personally set up another two indicators here, or even just one that also has a template and saved to have all the metals that you want to trade. So maybe gold and silver, all the indexes or all the futures that you want to trade, and any other maybe exotic pairs. Whatever you do, you can trade it here. You might even only trade stocks as well. It could be in here for you as well. So yeah, as we can see straight away, we obviously had the breakout of this candle in this W1 entry, and in the daily, it was also a W1 entry. So when we move it across to actually what happened here, we can see that the last label here before Tuesday came in was actually a buy trade setup. So even coming in just on this trade here, that would have given you a good idea to look for a possible buy continuation setup, even if you're using the daily and the 4 hour, because we can see there's a daily FVG here, right here. And we can also see on the 4 hour chart as well. Let's just make this chart here. That price action has created a W2 label in the daily FVG, which this FVG area is also, let's see, now this one broke through, this one broke through as well. Okay, so yeah, it's not holding any previous 4 hour FVGs, but we can see it again using the daily FVG and the rejection even of this FVG here. So we had a rejection of buy orders and a W2 entry here on the 4 hour that was giving you a good idea for this trade. Now, for some people that might be confusing and not clear at all, I know a lot of people like to trade gold, so we're going to break this down a little bit more just to make it better for them. So, okay, people asked me in the last trading session, how would you scalp with this? So let's just go and see what we would do here. So let's go test this on the 1 hour and then test it on the 4 hour chart quickly. Right here. Okay, boom. So this is even perfect because we even had this. So you can already see here, boom. So this is even better if you're going to look at this setup. So if you were scalping with this one, because we already know, pay attention, on the daily chart, we already know it's in a daily EMA buy trend. So we want to capitalize on any continuations. And how would we know about continuations? Well, hey, we will know because we will get breakout orders, which again, you have every single pair pretty much marked out here. So if we just go to the 30-minute chart, let's do that one here. So we've got the 30-minute and the 1 hour chart. And if we go back over to here, boom, let's pay attention to what we see here. So we're looking for a breakout order and we want price action to close above the EMA on the 1 hour chart. Very similar to what we would have done on the daily chart if it was here. But we can see there was a breakout order here in the market and it did break the EMA as well. Now, if we come over to this side here, let's try and see if we can find our entry after that on the 30-minute chart. And right here is where our entry would be on the 30-minute chart with this W2 entry right over here, literally. Even the next candle after that was a breakout candle because it did engulf this previous candle. And yes, you did have a little bit of consolidation there, but if you got yourself in right here in the market on this W2, or at least on this breakout, which the dashboard would have told you if you had this time frame here, this would have been a breakout. It would have come up with a yes down here. Now you would have just had to hold through all of this here. And then eventually price action obviously just broke straight out. You can even see right here as well, you would have had the same thing. This is why these are so important, these breakout candles, because when they do happen, you tend to get a bigger move in the market. I prefer to use the higher time frame because obviously if you've got a higher time frame breakout, so an engulfing candle, there's a stronger chance that they will continue that move. And you can see when they did produce a bigger engulfing candle here, again, you would have got a breakout. This would have been a no drawdown trade all the way for the buy setup here. So this is how you could have easily have capitalized on this trade, even if you're using the 1 hour and the 30-minute chart. You can probably do the same even if you was using the 15-minute chart and even the 1 minute chart, because I know people like to do that. But I personally don't trade this low. I don't think it's really necessary because there are a lot of trades using higher time frames. But hey, each to their own. Let's see here. Boom. So we're probably gonna have to let's do this. Let's go to replay mode. Um, okay, the only thing you're gonna have with this replay mode is you're gonna have a lot of yes and no's here. So boom, there you go. So we had a breakout candle here. We had a breakout candle here. This would have been a yes right here. So we have our breakout candle, and then on the 1 minute, we would have been looking for our entry there. Now, again, this is going to be a lot more trickier to do because you can make very big risk to reward trades, but it's not going to be something that's going to be precise and give you a 90% win rate with a 1 minute entry. Your win rate will probably be lower if you're trading on the 1 minute for entry. But of course, once you get the winner, you're going to get the big trade set up. So let's just see what happens when we get our W1 right there. So you had a W1 entry even just right here alone, right there. And you can already see this is already giving you some type of scalping pips right here. So this is already giving you, this is about 10 pips right there in the market. But let's just see what happens. Remember, we entered there. Okay, this one here would have probably stopped you out if your stop loss was below here. Let's just see. Okay, no, it hasn't stopped us out yet. Boom, never actually stopped us out. Boom, there you go. There you go. So yeah, we never actually got stopped out in this trade setup and was able to get price action to go all the way up to at least here for now. Let's just see. I remember that was just based on a clear. Remember, this is like scalping now, guys and girls. Right now, if we're using 1 minute and 15 minute charts, this is not swing trading. So you're in and you're out, and you would have easily been able to make money off of just that move there alone, literally. So I don't think I even need to go much more into it because, of course, there's going to be a few entries here on the 1 minute chart, but that was literally a scalping setup, and you'd be waiting for another 15 minute what did I say, breakout candle, and then you'd be waiting for again the same type of thing, pull back into it, and then the continuation of the trade setup. And even if people say, "Oh, but you talked about FVGs before in the daily and the 4 hour," you had the same exact thing here. If we go here, sorry, bear with me a second, guys and girls. There was obviously a 1 minute FVG right here that price action kicked into right there before you got this little entry for your scalp trade setup. So you can see it's the same thing. You can even see it pull back to that same FVG as well and did the same thing. Look, W1, if you got in there, or W2, you'd have been able to get in straight away just for that buy. So this is why the M&W indicator plus the breakout indicator is really good when it comes to Neo as well. So has anyone got any questions on what I just showed you there, basically on how you could have either traded it from the daily, you could have traded it from the 30 minute and the 1 hour, you could have done the daily 4 hour, you could have done the 1 hour 30 minute, or you could even do the 1 minute 15 minute if you want to get in for a quick little scalp on the market. Has anybody got any questions for me there so far? Okay, if there's no questions, then I'll proceed. So let's just put this back here. Okay, so boom. So if you do check out the last Zoom call, whoops, I wanted to type in there. If you do check out the last Zoom call that I did, let's go to the 4 hour here. Boom. What I do every single day in the VIP chat, it's very simple, and this is why I prefer the day trading strategy with it and looking at the daily chart. Let's just wait for the charts to load up. So it's very simple. As you can see here already, this is showing us what pairs we need to pay attention to today to look for any type of continuations of buys or sell trades. Obviously, it'll be a bearish color here when it says yes, or a bullish color. This is obviously a bullish color, and the gray color is my bearish color. So let's even go over to EuroCAD now, as you can see. And EuroCAD gave us a setup from yesterday when it, where is it, market opened. We already had a breakout here. I did tell everyone that it didn't break through the EMA yet, but the fact that we actually have this breakout here, a nice clean breakout, as we can see, and we had a breakout order placed, there's a good chance price action can pull back on a 4 hour chart to the FVG, give us an entry, and we could look for a trade setup. So where was it? We was right here. So you can see even from the get-go of the market opening, we already had some type of buy trade. Then they pulled it back in London session. Then we touched this FVG here and look at this entry it gave you for the Tuesday continuation. right here. You had a W1 entry. And this is as simple as it was. So, and this was even better this time because at least, actually, no, this is when price action was breaking through the EMA on that day. You would have had this entry because this was the Monday. But you can see right here when it did give you after it's broke through the EMA, I prefer for the candle to close. So I'm going to make that clear so it doesn't confuse anyone. I prefer for the daily candle, your highest time frame candle, to close through the EMA. But of course, you can see when price action is breaking through and creating order flow because, again, it's going to appear on the table, or you're going to even see these FVG boxes appear. And when we had this FVG box appear, we could see here there was this one would have appeared like this for a breakout. When price action pulled back to a actual FVG, so three candles, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Price action pulled back to it in New York session. New York open gave you a W1 entry, and going into Asian session yesterday, that was a 162 pip trade. So people will ask me the question of, okay, but how do you use it? What am I supposed to do? I explained this exact trade in the Zoom call that I did for everybody. I think it was Sunday, Monday market open. I also put this in the VIP chat as well, telling everyone to look for this trade. So I'm going to even show you all that as well once you become a paid member for Neo, which is 50 GBP a month. I'll show you straight away. Give me a second. I'm just going to stop the share and then go into that. Boom, 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 boom. Give me a second. Um, give me a second. Okay, yeah. I'm going to share the screen again now. Bear with me, people. Okay, so now I'm sharing the screen with my Telegram group here, and this is the Neo VIP Gold members level group. It's not a gold trading group, it's a gold level member. So it's people that are actually paying monthly for the service because they obviously appreciate what I'm doing and the time I take out to do this type of Zoom calls and to obviously give you trade ideas and making the indicator itself. So you can see here, this was me showing everybody the daily dashboard lighting up as soon as I came out of the Zoom call, telling you, hey, all of these pairs could do a possible trade setup. And you can see when the breakout has happened, how it looks. So this is AED CAD. So you see it says yes. You can see the breakouts there. So it's telling you there could be a possible buy in AED CAD. If, of course, pardon me, the 4 hour time frame gives you some type of entry. Of course, this is not a setup for us to take because price action is below the daily moving average right here. We can see it's far away from it as well. So yes, it can buy, but and it's still an opportunity for you to take a trade setup, if the 4 hour lines up. But this is not what we were looking at specifically. I was just showing the tables that you can see on the right of this screen. Okay, so now when we go down here, you can see I already told everybody here. I said EuroCAD is the only pair that almost broke the 50 daily moving average. We can see that. Whoops, let's go here. Let's go back here. So I said EuroCAD is the only pair that almost broke the EMA 50 daily. So it could fly up to break it with a breakout order. Um, Breakout order daily candle today. Literally, there is no other daily EMA break candles with breakout orders. So there was literally only EuroCAD. So I was focused on that trading pair. You can see I even posted it here. The dashboard says EuroCAD. So remember, I didn't have to do no work, no crazy work. I literally saw the dashboard, told me what to do, gone to the pair, could see it was about to break out. Literally, the breakout order's right underneath it. I've seen a lot of pairs that do this as well. When it closes this close to the EMA, there's a very good chance it's just going to break it. I'd say there's about 8 out of 10 chance price action will break that EMA. When it's further away, it doesn't mean it can't do a huge move to break it, but you really and truly you want it like this close. It's literally touching the EMA, but maybe never just broke it. These ones have a good chance of still going off. So that's why I said it. And then literally, I showed everybody in the group. If we're trading the daily chart and the 4 hour chart, you can also trade the weekly chart and the daily chart. So I showed everybody that, look, CFJPY, you can also do a sell trade because now this is the weekly chart and it's telling you these are all the weekly uh, pairs that have done a breakout. So think of it, if the daily chart is giving us those big breakouts, what is the weekly chart doing with these breakouts as well? we're seeing something here as well. So again, this is why I gave out all of these pairs right over here. So you can see CAD JPY, just letting one of the members know that yes, this pair can still sell. We can still see it there. Boom. Um, and then we've got Euro GBP as well, and then we had other pairs. So this is me showing all of the trades that I went over in the weekly analysis Zoom call to show them for the swing trading strategy as well here. And boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah, this is me telling everyone that I gave them the update because the update wasn't actually out at that time for this indicator, but I managed to release it. I did quite a lot in that day there. Sorry, let's just see. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Timothy Palmer. How you doing, my guy? All great. So, boom, boom, boom. Where we go here? I just want to show people. Yeah, so there you go. There's me entering this trade EuroCAD here, as you can see. So we've got EuroCAD, and I told everybody, look, so this is me giving you an update. So yes, I also do give signals in the VIP, but we're still in January, and I prefer to give signals I know that are extremely strong. So I'm giving trade ideas here as well, based even during the time we're waiting for signals. So I showed everybody here that there was a 4-hour FVG that has solidified after we've got this daily breakout here. Pay attention. Daily breakout, yes, 4-hour FVG. So what can we expect to happen? In this breakout order area on the daily, that means that they're now adding lower time frame buy orders. So there's a good chance that this daily breakout area that we can see here on the right of the chart can now hold momentum for buys. So that's why I gave the indication for every single person in the group. I had already entered the trade, as you can see here, and where I entered, what happened straight away? Volume. Boom. So I didn't manage to get a picture of the end of it, but when we come back to it, this is later on in the day. Here, boom. Can you see? The same order. So this was about 5 hours after that, and we can see how literally the trade setup worked out. So let's just go back over into here. Can you see my TradingView screen, everyone? Just to make sure. I'm in TradingView right now. Can everyone see TradingView? Let me just get a yes, please. If you can see TradingView. Just so I know that I'm not talking on the wrong screen. Okay, thank you. Okay, there was a question here. Do you think SL should be on the second FVG? Completely up to you. It's something you'll have to test over time. So obviously, if you want to get smaller risk to reward, if you're trading 4-hour daily, the second FVG, usually when it does a daily breakout, there are two FVGs. That's why I can understand why you said that question. Yes, the highest FVG, and anyone will teach you that if you pay attention to FVG logic in YouTube or anywhere, the highest and lowest FVGs are always the safest FVGs for you to basically look for entries. So take it, it would be the better one for you to put your stop loss. Yes, the only thing is if 15 trades appear, maybe only 3 of them will go to the highest FEG in reverse or the lowest FEG in reverse and give you a trade. So you might get less trades. It's all down to who you are as a trader and what you really care about. If you want more accuracy, do that. If you want more trades and you don't mind the win to loss ratio, then put it on the first one. Simple answer to that question. Nice. I'm glad you're getting it as well, mate. And I want everyone to know someone like Timothy here as well. So what we can see from here, Tim being in the group, Tim has been with me for like almost 3 years, if I'm correct. He hasn't been with me for one day. And he's starting to slowly get more and more and more and more over time because he puts the time in how to be able to grow as a trader. Do you understand where I'm coming from, guys and girls? So you need to be able to understand that this is a process. You're not going to learn this all in one day. I try my level best to make educational videos for people to get it. But anybody that watches this video, anybody that trades, you're not going to learn how to become a better and better trader in one day or 1 month. It just doesn't happen in 1 month. I can get you to a good point in 1 month, but I'm not going to tell you you're going to just start making loads of money in 1 month or whatever you think you're going to quit your job with. I will not do that. I'm not one of those guys. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm just not gonna lie to you. And I tell people straight, I'm not gonna lie to you because people blame people after that. Oh, you're a crap mentor. You're bad. No, no, sorry, please. Do not do that. 15 years of learning. Love that, mate. You have to put time in there. And I take it part of that 15 years isn't only to do with trading. It's probably to do with self-reflection a lot, that 15 years as well, and different things you have to learn about yourself. Can you please plot this on US oil, XNG? All right, let's go over to US oil quickly. Boom, boom, boom. So US oil TVC is a very jumpy. US oil. So right now, yeah, so look here already, don't even have to make this up, but this is a counter trend daily trade if you're looking at it from a daily perspective. But you can already see there was a breakout order here on the daily, right here. So the daily did a breakout order here, and then what happened today with the 4 hour? Look here. If I'm lying, I'm flying, people. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm telling you, it's a mad strategy. Like mastering a strategy, you won't need to worry about anything. And it doesn't matter if you don't make no money 1 week because you miss every trade because of life. This happens every single week. Look, daily breakout, even though it's counter trend because the EMA is below. Look, 4 hour FVG, price action pulls back into it, gives you an entry for a trade setup. This is even a breakout. So going into New York session, we could see a continuation of this sell. We'll pay attention to see if we actually do see that later on. I'll come back to it. Hopefully we do. But now we can see here's our M2 entry right here. So remember, we've got our FVG, but price action hasn't pulled back into the FVG yet. Yes, it did here. Never closed above it. M2 entry here for a sell, and we've got a continuation of a trade. Obviously, if you went to a lower time frame here, this would have gave you a better entry here on that FVG. Let's go back to the 4 hour and do this and do this here. Boom. It's about FVG there. Go back to the 1 hour chart. And right there, look at the M2 entry you had here on the 1 hour chart for the sell trade setup. Do you understand? But remember, we're all basing this on the fact that we've got a breakout order on the daily time frame. You see, how easy was that, guys and girls? How easy. Remember, the indicator, if you added US oil to here, we would have had the breakout order telling us it's right here. So let's even see if we add it. I haven't added US oil. Let's see. Hopefully it's not bugged. Let's see US oil. Hopefully US oil isn't bugged. I haven't tested US oil. Let's see, US oil. Let's just put it there. TVC. See what happens. There you go. Look on the bottom of the screen. You see? So already, H, you trade US oil, you would have an indication that you can sell US oil from the get-go. You understand? You would have had an indication right there that you could have sold that trade because you didn't even have to stress. You didn't have to watch this trade every day. You just had to look at your dashboard straight away, a market open, and it told you, hey, look for a possible sell in US oil. Remember what I'm telling you guys and girls. You have to pay. I don't think people are really deep in what I'm saying here. Like everybody would be sending this to their friend, their cousin, their aunt, and their uncle. You've woken up or you've come to the charts, you've literally seen it said yes, and then you've just waited, and by 3 a.m. London time, whatever time that is for you, this is 3 a.m. London time, you had an entry based on your 1 hour here. Obviously, if you went from the 4 hour, it would have been different for you. Yeah. But remember, this is why I tell people use the daily chart because daily order flow is way stronger than using other time frames. And then right there, you didn't stress. This was a break. Look, it was a break and retest, so on a 1 hour. So even if you trade 1 hour chart, you had it right there for your entry. Do you understand? Great. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it could be a mad, I'm saying. Madness. All right, cool. So that's US oil anyway. XNG USD. Let's go into here. Where's XNG USD? US natural gas. I don't know if this one will work here, but yeah. We have it here as well, guys and girls. It's the same thing. So let's go to the 4 hour first, and then we'll check a lower time frame. Obviously, this is FX open, so there's more gaps probably on this brokerage. We had a daily breakout here. Again, we had a daily breakout here. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I'll check that in a second. We had our daily breakout right here. Very, very simple. You don't have to stress yourself. Look, your daily breakout right over here. And where was it? After our daily breakout, we're looking at any sell orders here. We can obviously see there's a 4 hour FVG here, so that's fine. You did have an M2 entry here, so you would technically still be holding this sell trade set up from here. I've never traded this before, so you can't quote me on this pair. And it looks like it's got a lot of gaps on it personally, but you'd had an M2 entry here. for a trade setup. And again, you would be holding this pair for the continuation of the sell trade. Obviously, your aim is that price is going to go towards this liquidity down here, which is pretty much the EMA. So it could bounce off of this EMA and start buying after, or it could actually just break through the EMA. At some point, they have to break through the EMA. And it already looks on the daily chart, as we can see here, that they've grabbed liquidity, they're swinging it round. What makes it beautiful for you to know they're swinging it round for the sell is because they've grabbed liquidity. Now they've created a bearish FVG here for a continuation of a sell trade setup. Boom, boom, boom. So that's those two there. Are you okay with that one, mate? H? I've done those two trades for you. So it's literally, it should be selling, but it's counter trend on the daily, just to let you know. So I don't know how far they want to sell it on the daily, basically. If they want to go to the EMA or they want to even reverse it and bring it back up, it's not in a sell trend. Both of them are not in a sell trend on the daily. But it's telling you that sell orders are being put into the market. And that's why we're seeing sell moves. Is that okay, H? Yeah. BTC, USD. Let's go here. So BTC, USD, we have no daily breakout. So I'm not interested in this pair at all. There's no need for me to be interested because, again, we have no daily breakout. So it's telling me there's no volume in BTC, USD at the moment. So there's no point me stressing myself. No point at all. There's no point. This is how quick it is. I can already see from this. Obviously, if I add BTC to here, you'll see it'll say no, just to show you. There is no reason. You see it says no there on the dashboard. There's no reason for me to look at BTC USD. And this is why you're even seeing it consolidating right now. So it's pointless. It's literally like that. So I just keep it very simple, like I've said. So if you go to, again, we go to not EuroCAD, Euro USD, Awanda, look at the difference now. Can you see Euro USD is not buying just yet. It's not buying, let's say, to break the EMA at the moment on the daily, but we can see that there's been a massive buy order placed in the market. So what do you think can happen off of this FVG here? There's a very strong chance, even though this is counter trend, there's a very strong chance that price action could hold this FVG. So going into New York session, let's just see what happens. This is counter trend trades, but let's see the power of what happens here. There's a very strong chance that price action can hold this FVG right now on the 4 hour. These are trade ideas I'm giving to people here. So anyone that did stick around in this Zoom, once we get a W1 entry here or a W2, there's a very, very good chance that price action could actually hold this area and continue to buy for the setup. So some people might have even been in here for this trade. They could have even been in here already with their stop loss below here. But obviously, we're just checking this now. So anytime there's a W1 on the 4 hour or a W2, we can see a continuation. But remember, this is a sign. You can just trade from the W1, W2, but the better sign, yeah, and it's going to look, hopefully the candle isn't too big, but the better sign is if you get a 4 hour breakout order. So look what's happened. You've got the daily breakout. You've got a 4 hour FVG that price is now holding here. Then you get a 4 hour breakout. That means that they've placed a buy order. So the likelihood of them continuing that move, at least even to this level, if it's not a massive move in one candle, is very high. They could literally move price to this level here. And this would be your TP1 in theory. And then your TP1 can start to go to the TP2 can go to the daily liquidity, TP3 as well, and so on. But yeah, let's just see what happens off of that FVG. Any questions? There was a question. Watch the New York Open. It can be cool. Yeah, New York Open's always going to do something. So will London, New York. To be fair, all sessions do something, mate. Like EuroCAD did that 150 pip buy in Asian session. So that's why I'm not too stressed about session trading because really, as long as the setup's there, it just doesn't matter. They can just do the move. All right, cool. So let's go to GBP CAD and let's see how that's looking. So GBP CAD, you can already see it already. We've got a breakout order here. So you've got to get ready, guys and girls, for a possible buy here. Again, this is counter trend, but look at GBP CAD. Boom. So as soon as the only thing I can say that's wrong with GBP CAD here, this is the wrong thing. And this is a good thing why I wanted to even do the Zoom as well. When you start to see the breakout orders forming in the opposite direction, Now you know there's an issue because look, GBP CAD might be in a daily breakout order, but on the 4 hour, it's telling you, hey, they've put a sell order in here so far with some type of news. And if we go over to here, there was GBP news today. And the GBP news was it negative, positive, negative, positive? Okay, there's news in 1 minute as well for euro. So boom, boom, boom. So that could be Euro USD right there. There's news in 1 minute for euro. And there's even Canadian news today as well. So in 3 hours, that's probably what those CAD pairs are waiting for as well. Pay attention to that. Um, but yeah, GBP news overall. Let's see here. This was actual, previous actual, so it's positive. I'm just trying to see. This was the same. This was positive. No, the consensus was positive. We can't see any other ones so far. Yeah, it's not letting us see any others. Still loading. This one. We can't see any others. Yeah, consensus, previous consensus, and actually, yeah, we can't see. So it's a waiting game, but there was GBP news today. So that's what we can see. Obviously, as price action did this massively. This was the Asian session move, to be fair, but this is what we could be seeing in price action here. So the fact that it did this, it could be showing us that they're placing sell orders in the market. We're not, if this never created itself here and it consolidated, it's a lot better, especially if we now see an additional 4 hour bullish breakout for a continuation of a move. But when you start to see this double FVGs, you see, bearish, bullish, that is not a good sign. That's a sign that they could be reversing this pair, literally. If we go to this one here, yep. Let's go to NZD-CAD. So you can see that this one did go to the EMA, just like I told you how these pairs can do that. But now it's reversing. Boom, boom, boom. You can see it's starting to do the same thing here as well, which isn't a good sign. So this may not hold for continuations of buys because we're starting to see the reversal. Usually this tends to happen. What you can see here, this is called an inverted FVG that's starting to form. So usually when this happens, ooh, okay. Yeah, I might be able to do something. Every time I say that, that means I'm looking at an update for Neo. Sorry, I've got sore throat coming. Sorry about that, people. Um, Usually this happens after they've grabbed liquidity. Look, daily liquidity, liquidity on the 4 hour as well. We can even see, which is pretty much the same as this daily. And then what happens after they've grabbed that liquidity, it's a good sign to tell you what's happening here. So if we do start to see CAD news, if CAD news is positive, as far as I've seen from news, this should basically make price sell back down. If it's negative, then price will buy back up again. So it's really telling you, isn't it ironic that it's starting to do this with a lot of the CADs after it swept liquidity from Asia into London, and now before CAD news, it's telling you they're starting to place orders for possible sells. Now, when you're saying the split screen template, it's this one here. It's the two screen. So you with the 4 time frame swing trades, I use 4 templates here. Sorry, 4 screens, and this one is a 2 screen. Hopefully that answers your question, Tim. Okay, and now let's go over to enter DJPY. So can you see how simple this is, guys and girls? I'm not stressing myself about what to trade or having to sit at the charts all day. I just have to pay attention to what there is. So enter DJPY, yes, it had a breakout order. Again, it's counter trend, but we can see here it's the same thing happening. What happened? Price action, look, it swept liquidity here, and now price action starting to create bearish sell orders. And so it had this buy order, but it's also got sell orders. So this one didn't count this FVG here because by the time the W1 appeared, price action had already broken this level here. So I'm not saying it can't continue to buy, but this is already telling you, hey, be careful. This is just with FVG trading in general. I want people to know. It's already telling you, be careful because they're starting to place sell orders here. And if you start to pay attention to news beforehand, you can start to see what's going on here. So again, news is session based, not pair based alone. But weirdly enough, there's NZD news. I've never ever seen this before at 12 o'clock. I've never seen New Zealand news so early. But again, isn't it ironic as well? As you can see, they're starting to sell price. There's NZD news just before market close as well. Ord news here as well, which will affect NZD pairs as well. Yeah, it really is, mate. Like I said, anybody that wants to get in access to Neo, 50 GBP, don't hesitate. The more you hesitate, then you're just putting yourself at a loss here because remember, Neo's an ongoing process. So all you have to worry about is making 50 GBP a month, however you decide to make it, completely up to you guys and girls. But I keep updating this. Like it's not the only update. I keep updating this, guys and girls. It's not just one update. It's gonna keep getting better. So that's why I say as long as people focus on what I'm saying, and I'm trying to make the best possible way for people to be able to make money pretty much every day from this. And I think this strategy is very good, but because we can see where it is. That's all you got to worry about. But this is perfect. You don't have to stress. So New Zealand JPY is not looking like a good pair because we can see this again, this breakout here. So I wouldn't risk that personally. NZD, USD. We go to Rwanda, and same thing starting to happen here. Look, see, we're starting to get breakout orders to the downside. So the fact we're getting breakout orders to the downside, again, after liquidity, look at the daily liquidity that's been swept. Daily liquidity's been swept, and now you're starting to see the breakout order. That's going the wrong way here. Do you understand? So you're like, hold on a second. I have to pay attention to this now because I have to be careful. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, that's that one there. So it's not telling you, it's basically telling you that this FVG that's forming here may not be the strongest. We're starting to see a pullback. It might not even hold this level. And if it does hold, guess what's going to happen? You're just going to get a new 4-hour FVG creation. And if you're getting a new 4-hour FVG creation, you're probably going to get the continuation of a daily breakout, or you'll get a daily FVG created. So all now it's the same thing. If you get a daily FVG created, you're just waiting for price to pull back into the 4-hour FVG and not give you the FEG the wrong way. You wanted to hold the new 4-hour bullish FEG, give you a W1 or W2 entry for what? The continuation of the buy. So it's all about just looking at your daily chart and then what your 4-hour chart's doing, or whatever time frame's your highest and then your lowest. But this is showing you with the breakout orders. There's also the way of showing you with, again, the FEGs. So boom, boom, boom. Let's go here. We'll talk about that after H, just in case. Yeah, the larger FVGs are very hard for price action to not hold. As you can see, this was a large FVG here on NZD USD, and then you can obviously see the same as that thing here happened. So there was an FVG here, just to show you guys and girls. You don't have to stress yourself. You can just go to Neo, up the amount of FVGs here, and then look, boom, there was a daily FVG here. As soon as price action came into there, you can even see here, just looking on a daily chart, there was an M1 close. Like how easy is just that alone? There was a daily FUG there, M1 close here, boom, price action sold for 4 days. You understand? So this is what I'm trying to show you how easy Neo is, and I'm only trying to make it easier. So yeah, that's all of the pairs that actually are appearing on the chart here at the moment. But let's have a little bit of fun. Let's go to the weekly chart and let's go to just to show you how it works with different time frames for scalping, day trading, and possibly even swinging as well in here. Let's go to the 4-hour. No, sorry. Yeah, let's stick on the 4-hour. So let's go to Euro GBP, Euro GBP, Rwanda, boom. So Euro GBP as a breakout order, um, and where's the 4-hour? So it's telling us basically Euro GBP can continue to buy from here. Not only did we have a breakout on the 4-hour, we also have our W1 entry here. So this is a slow pair in general. It doesn't really move too much, but technically right here's your entry here. Or if you missed that entry, there's another entry that you could have taken here on this one, and you're literally waiting for it to continue to buy to go somewhere. Let's go to GBP ord. So GBP ord is weekly counter trend, but you're looking to see what you see here. Where is it? So even if you got in here for the M1 entry, you can see you had a little continuation of a sell going down here based on this weekly counter trend breakout right there. And then technically you had one here, M2, and a continuation of a sell so far. Just to show you the weekly, GBP, JPY. So GBP, JPY, we had a breakout order here on the weekly. So technically, GBP, JPY could sell. It could sell more because this was last week was the breakout of the weekly EMA, and we had the breakout order. And technically, look here, from the Monday, you can see what's happening here on the 4-hour chart, the rejection of the daily breakout order exactly there. So what one is this? This was this EMA. This was this towards this FVG up here. Obviously, this one didn't close. So this one has broken this FVG. It did this buy FVG here, but now it's done the reversal sell. So technically, this FVG right here on GJ, this one you're seeing right here, can hold. You see? I want everyone to know that. And what do you see? The same exact thing happened here. We had a liquidity grab here on the 4-hour. And now what we're seeing, remember, we're looking at the weekly chart saying, hey, it's done a breakout of the weekly EMA. We've got a breakout order as the dashboard has told us. And what did we do? We just patiently waited. By Monday coming into Tuesday, we've got a 4-hour FVG. So if you get an M1 entry here or an M2 entry here, boom, now you're looking at sell trade. So literally on GJ right now, based on a weekly chart, you're just waiting on an M1 or M2 entry. But let's go over to the daily chart and see what we see here. So notice here, where price action is now pulled back into that level, yeah, we haven't got an M1 entry here on the daily. So if you're using the weekly and the daily, you're technically waiting for an M1 entry, M1, I could say because it's a daily chart now, you can use M1 high or M2. Once one of these labels appear with Neo, you can now get the continuation of the sell trade. Literally. But if you want to get a smaller SL, you go to the 4-hour and you wait for it to create an M1 or an M2 entry, and it's probably going to respect this FVG here. There's a very strong chance it could respect this FVG. The continuations of sales, GBP in New Zealand. This is a weekly counter trend, so it could be why it's not really selling. So you can see that there's a lot, obviously it's a weekly chart, so there's a lot of strength and momentum. And also on the weekly, it's still got the buy orders here, GBP New Zealand. So Tim, I know you've been trading GN. Obviously, I know you're trading it a bit lower, but you can see exactly why GN is basically playing silly buggers, as we say in the UK, because there's a weekly FEG here in a buy trend on the weekly. And then, yeah, that's it really. So we'll just leave it there. So, yeah, this is kind of just how it is with this. I did want to go over one other thing, even though I kind of went over it with gold. So now this is another thing I'm looking into for, like, I would call this my version of scalp trades, using the 4-hour and the 1-hour. But I'm not going to be scalping because I don't think it's necessary realistically, for me to have to do that how it is. But here you go. So what you're looking for here, if you want to scan the market, and maybe there's no day trades for that day, or they're looking very skeptical of the day trades, what you want to do is go to your 4-hour chart now and look for 4-hour FVGs. So you want it to actually create a 4-hour FVG and a continuation. But look at this counter trend one here. You got a 4-hour breakout order. Yeah. Price action did what? It's already pulled back into this FEG, it's reversing, and then boom. Now you've got you've got a 1-hour breakout order on AD cat. Look at that. So you've got a 4-hour. You haven't got an FVG here yet. Just yet. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yes, you do, but price hasn't pulled back into a completed FVG on the 4-hour. But you can see it's got a breakout order, and we're starting to see a sell plan here. But what we want to see here is a 4-hour FVG and a retest to a 1-hour completed FVG in trend. So you have to do is just go through your pairs quickly. To be fair, you just don't even need to go through all your pairs quickly. Actually, wait, there's a 4-hour FEG. Yeah. So this is what you need to do. You need to go through your pairs quickly. The reason why you need to do that is because we're looking for FVGs now, not just breakouts. And this is how you can catch, like, there was a bunch of trades yesterday, like GN, EN, all of them. You could see that you could catch trades like that. So here's a 4-hour FVG on AJ. Now you're looking for price action to create a new FVG here and then pull back into it and continue, literally. So it's that same type of thing. So this is all you have to do. You literally just have to go for every pair and see what happens to it. There's a 4 hour buy on AN. Now you're just looking for price action to pull back into this FVG on the 1 hour, give you a W1 or a W2 and continue, or it's going to create a new FVG on the 1 hour chart for entry. And this is how you can basically find session-based trades. Yeah, it's definitely quick money. So this is how you can find session-based trades. Literally on this, look, you can see this was yesterday. So here's your 4 hour FVG yesterday. And what happened here, as soon as your 4 hour FVG appeared, and then you had your W1 entry. Sorry, where was it? Yeah, this was AN. No, so this was AU. This one didn't do it. You wanted the 4 hour FVG to be lower. It did it with this big buy move. That's why. So we're still waiting. But look, here was the breakout order reversal. There was a breakout order reversal, and that's why this could be doing this nonsense right now. But as soon as that breakout order happened, where's the FVG? The 1 hour FVG was here. Price action came back to it, and then we're starting to see a slow sell. Literally. Let's just go. So all I'm looking for now is 4 hour FVGs. I'm just trying to show you. So here's a 4 hour FVG. Now I need to see we're in the 1 hour FVG here. Now you could possibly get a reversal continuation sell with you already had your M1 entry here, but it was not at the FVG. So M2 entry could come here, and they could see again another reversal sell that goes to grab this liquidity down here again. So it's literally that process. You want a 4 hour FVG completed to be here, and then you want to look for price action to pull back into a 1 hour FVG, and it gives you a a M1, M2, or W1 or W2 entry for buy trade setups. Ooh, that was a big yawn. That was a super yawn. I'm lacking sleep, people. I need to get sleep. It's crazy. Yeah, you could definitely be in and out in 1 hour as well. So really, technically, that is just it. You could just do this as well if you want. If you're waiting for scalp trades, because right now EuroCAD was the only trade to have traded this week so far. That I would say that was a clear trade for anyone. So this is a no-go because you're getting a double overlapping FVG. And this is a 4 hour bearish. So you're waiting for price to come back into here and then give you an M1, M2 entry for a sell continuation. So as it stands right now, does anybody have any questions on what I've shown them here so far with Neo? We've gone through a few things. I don't want to make this video too long because I can do more videos, but they don't have to be super long. So many options, mate. There's so many options, Tim. And that's why I just keep it to the daily and 4 hour because I literally just got to look at all of this on market open, see what pairs to execute, wait for the 4 hour to pull back into an FVG and give me an M or W entry. And that's it, literally. It's literally just that and just trade the pairs. So let's say there's 7 pairs, trade all 7 of them, split my risk. And as long as I'm more profitable than losing at the week, no issue. Yeah, this video is going to be on YouTube, mate. Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube. Any other questions, people? Okay, cool. If there's no other questions, I'm going to leave it there so it's not super long. Nobody wants to watch an hour-long video. Yeah, we'll do 20 pip challenge later, but not yet, mate. Still gotta wait. Gotta wait a little bit longer. Once people grab the concept of what I'm showing them here with at least this, then now it's not 4 screens anymore. It's only 2. I still trade 4 screens when I have the chance. But I am leaning more towards 2 screens myself because I believe that this is it's just very, very mechanical. Literally, it's a very mechanical method. So, like, how was I able to call out EuroCAD again? Simple. It's very mechanical. So, yeah. All right, we're gonna leave it there, guys and girls. Like I said, because again, I don't want this video to be too long. So, thank you very much for your time. You have a lovely, lovely day, and try and catch these pips.